Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Football Overseas YouTube channel, and welcome to the FA Cup quarter-final preview predictions. We have obviously 8 teams left in, 7 Premiership sides, and 1 team representing the Championship. And this year, that's Preston North End. Last year, if you remember, the Championship was represented up to the semi-finals, and it was Coventry who, so unlucky, weren't they? I think it was somebody's toenail or something that denied them a winning goal in that match. So let's see what drama is going to unfold this weekend. Home advantage could well count, but in the cup it is a bit more of a neutral almost. I think anybody can take these matches, but I think you do feel better if you've got your home crowd around you, I guess. And then of course it's off to Wembley for the semi-finals and the final. So this is the last time it's really will count as a home venue for these teams. So what have we got then? We've got 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Each time it's a lunchtime and an evening kickoff on those days. So we start off lunchtime even on Saturday down at Craven Cottage. So we've got West London against South London, because Crystal Palace are making the short trip to come to make up the numbers on that first match. So Fulham against Crystal Palace. This is going to be a really hard game to call. Fulham will certainly be in a good frame of mind after putting away Manchester United, albeit on penalties, but they certainly went to Old Trafford and met it all front on and did the job. Crystal Palace had that dramatic 3-1 win over Millwall. A little bit dramatic because there was the Millwall keeper was sent off for coming out, and it was a dangerous tackle, but not maliciously dangerous, but it was just you couldn't really have expected anything else. So we won't dwell too much on that. That's a thing of the past. I hope that player is all right, by the way. I haven't heard much about that since, but it was a horrendous injury, and unfortunately it did sour the game a little bit, and it was early on as well, so it made it a lopsided affair. And the last thing you want in a cup match is to be chasing the game with only 10 men. But they gave it a good go, got back to 2-1 at one point, didn't they, Millwall? But in the end, Palace ran out. I think deserved winners overall. But they will find it a really difficult situation down at Fulham. Fulham have been playing really well this season. They've had a really good season, I think. They've had sometimes some sort of unlikely results, defeats and stuff when you don't expect them to, but they've really turned in some good results as well. And I think they will just sneak this one by 2-1, just the odd goal in 3. But the cup you could put almost just a pin in these with your eyes closed and probably still pick the winners. It is really a tricky one, especially at this stage. Everyone keen, everyone up for it. You're always up for it, but you know what I mean. There's the extra sense of occasion. This is Wembley for the semi-finals and final. It's that's the prize on offer. And a local derby thrown in as well. So what more could you? What a way to start. So I'm going to take Fulham just to nick the game by 2-1. But Palace have been playing really well, and they will give them a really good game. That'll be, I think, a cracking game. I think they'll all be cracking games at this stage. Besides, there's no point in being too tactical. Just get out there and try and win the game and get the big prize, or almost the big prize. It's a big prize to get the semi-finals at Wembley. So Fulham to take the first match then by 2-1. Then we have another potentially, well, as I say, they're all potentially great matches here. But this, I think, will be goals galore. I don't know why. Brighton against Nottingham Forest. Neither side has really done much in the world of the defence this season. It's all been about attacking for both these sides. And I think, and that's why we've had some extraordinary results involving both teams. 5-0 defeats, 7-0 wins, and God knows what else. So I think there'll be goals here. And it just needs an early goal in this one, I think, to spark a real goal rush, I reckon. I'm going to take Brighton to take the match. They both had... Brighton had an excellent win, didn't they, against Newcastle. Newcastle were probably already thinking about their final, the League Cup final that they won. In the build-up to that. But Brighton certainly went and did the job. But Nottingham Forest put away Ipswich, but only on penalties. So it wasn't easy pickings for, and that's what I mean. The cup can throw up, can really close the gap on what you think is perhaps a distance between teams. These two, though, are not distant, are they? Nottingham Forest having a brilliant season, could even end up in the Champions League, goodness me. What else would you have got of that at the start of the season? But I think Brighton will just nick this. The odd goal in 5, as I say, plenty of goals around. I think, again, going for home advantage. An absolutely packed house down at the Amex. So I'm going to take Brighton to take it by 3-2 and a joyous Saturday night down by the sea. So Brighton, home Albion 3, Nottingham Forest 2. But it is really a finger in the air job, this. But it's good fun. It's good fun to think about these matches. So that's the two on Saturday, sorry. So I'm taking Fulham and Brighton to come through the Saturday matches. Then we go into the Sunday matches, and as I say, it's the last of the non-Premiership teams having their turn. Preston North End, who are mid-table safety in the Championship, so they've got no worries about their league status. They've got nothing else to focus on, so they can channel all their energies and all their every ounce of commitment they've got into this. And Aston Villa are having a good season, we all know that. They had a decent 2-0 win over Cardiff. Cardiff gave a good show in that match, but just weren't able to bridge the skill gap fully on the night. And I think Aston Villa will be tested here for sure. Preston I think they've just got to go and have a free hit. I know that's probably a bit sort of gung-ho. They probably won't quite do that, but I think it's their best chance. Try and think about these matches. Try and play a chess match, and within a football match, goal goes out the window for me. Go there and give it your best shot. Try and shake them up a little bit. Get at them early, all that sort of stuff. But I think the Villa have made a stronger stuff this season. Emery's really got them playing, and his antics, not antics on the touchline, but his signals and his the sort of vibe he gives off on the touchline is a sight to behold. With a ticket money in itself to watch him sometimes. I think they'll just take it though, the Villa. Again, another close game. In fact, I'm not on all 4 matches. I'm not giving more than 1 goal in it. I'm giving this one though a narrow win for Villa. Preston North End 1, Aston Villa 2. And that takes us to the final match of the 4. And another cracker. Bournemouth, who have entertained royally this season, I think. Been living on the south coast. I see a lot of their matches, on the highlights reels, and they have a lot of airtime locally on the local news, and it's great what they've been doing, and they've got some great players, some really attacking flair in their team, and I think they can really hurt Manchester City. Manchester City have just started to pick up a little bit, show a bit more resilience than they showed in that sort of post-Christmas period when they really did wilt a little bit, didn't they, surprisingly for them. I think this will be close all the way through, and I'm going to give it the only tie of the 4 to go to extra time. So I'm going to take Bournemouth and Manchester City to be a real entertaining finish on Sunday evening, and you've got to throw in a bit of a shock somewhere, and it wouldn't be a massive shock if Bournemouth won, I don't think personally, and I'm going to take them to do just that. I'm going to, after extra time, I think it'll be a 90-minute stalemate, but not a dull stalemate, and Bournemouth to nick it in extra time. And I'm going to take FC Bournemouth 3, Manchester City 2. So there we go. There's your 4 matches. So my choice for the semi-finals is Fulham, Brighton, Aston Villa and Bournemouth. How close will that be? Goodness knows. It could be the other 4 teams quite easily. That's the nature of this, and why we love it so much, and why we're all going to be glued to what goes on over the weekend. So there we go. That's the FA Cup quarterfinals. I will be back to preview the semi-finals when that comes around for this competition. But for now, I hope you enjoy the weekend. It's great to have football back, or domestic football back, after the international break. and so much going on. It was back end of the season. This is the really exciting bit. This is what we live for as fans and players and clubs. Enjoy everything. Enjoy your weekend. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay safe. And I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching.